Grand jurors who will consider charges against President Trump in Georgia will be selected on Tuesday. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis recently said she will announce this summer whether she will charge Trump with crimes in the investigation into Trump's effort to challenge Georgia's 2020 presidential election results. Fani Willis told the Fulton County Sheriff to prepare for increased security at the Fulton County Courthouse between July 11 and September 1. It appears Willis is expecting the grand jury to unseal indictments against Trump in August. These two vegetables kill your belly and neck fat overnight. Brain scan uncovers real cause of tinnitus, ear ringing. According to a report by the New York Times, Willis asked judges in a downtown Atlanta courthouse not to schedule any trials for the first 3 weeks in August. The grand jury will be made up of 23 grand jurors and 3 alternates. WSB-TV reported. The Georgia case against former President Donald Trump could take a major step forward Tuesday as the selection process is scheduled to begin for the grand jury, which could consider charges against him and others. It shouldn't be a long, drawn-out process to pick the grand jury made up of 23 grand jurors and 3 alternates. They won't be deciding guilt or innocence, only if Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has enough evidence to move her election interference case forward and just who should face indictment. Fani Willis is considering RICO and conspiracy charges against Trump over his efforts to challenge the 2020 election, according to a leak to CNN. Last January, Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis requested a special grand jury in her investigation into former President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn Georgia's fraudulent 2020 election results. Fani Willis based her investigation on President Trump's call with Georgia officials that was later doctored and leaked to the fake news outlet Washington Post. The Walpo published a completely fraudulent text of the call. These phony charges have already been debunked by the Gateway Pundit and others. Again, Willis and her handlers are investigating a now infamous call between former President Trump and section of State Brad Raffensperger, in which Trump pressured the Georgia SOS to uncover what he insisted was fraud that would overturn Georgia's election results. The infamous phone call between Trump and Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger was recorded by Raffensperger and his office. Raffensperger's team then leaked and lied about it to the far-left Washington Post. The Georgia Special Grand Jury probing Trump's effort to challenge the 2020 election recently recommended issuing multiple indictments after meeting for several months. Fani Willis is now considering racketeering and conspiracy charges against Trump because there is so-called evidence that Trump's effort to challenge the election in Georgia did not originate in the state as a grassroots movement.